My mic usually helps. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. New day, new set of oopsies on my part. Yeah, it's been one of them days, but hey, it happens. It is what it is. Can't help it, so you just roll with it, do the best you can. So, welcome everybody over from Kevin's stream and anybody that wasn't there. Let's see, start saying we got RDK, just leave it at that, otherwise I'm just going to get tongue-tied. We have Squirrel, we have Christopher, Michigan Rail Fan, James L, The Dougler, Frank C, George, MVRR, Julian Mirza, we got Caboose, CH, Miss Holly, We got Mr. Mustache Mike. Welcome, brother. Scroll. Raven Train. Welcome, sir. Mr. Chris Brew, of course. Welcome back to the stream, sir. We got ONR fan Drew. Welcome, Drew. We got Colleen. I know it's kind of hard to get here, but hey, you made it. You're here. For better, for worse at this point. We'll see. Either way, it'll be a show. It should be entertaining for somebody. Mike Putnam Junction. Welcome back to the stream. Justin Line, welcome back to the stream. Richard RM, welcome back to the stream. Oh boy. It just jumped. Lynn McCurdy, welcome back to the stream, Lynn. Douglas, if I missed you, sorry. Jim E, welcome to the stream. Cobalt Terrier, what's up, Mickey Ficky? You see the cat live? No, there better not be a cat in here. We're gonna have words. Giuseppe, welcome back to the stream. By the way, Cobalt Tyrell is the gentleman who I will be visiting at some point once I figure out what the hell I want to print. And I'll be taking the print file to his house to try out resin printing to see the process involved with resin printing. Because as I've mentioned in Discord, I'm shopping for a 3D printer. So trying to determine whether I'm going to do FDM or if I'm going to do resin, but guessing for N scale resin's probably the way to go. It keeps jumping around. Spins too much. Welcome back to the stream. I think I've got everybody. All right. Well, I mean, there's a lot of meow. I mean, there's growls and hisses, bits and upsets. There's variations on the meow. Yeah, Raven, that's one thing that my buddy Mike did tell me, is that it does have, or can have pretty nasty fumes. Luckily, there is actually a window right there that the air conditioner is in. But I'm more worried about these ones right here. So the resin printer may be stationed more in something like maybe the garage or something, because the garage is literally the other side of that wall, which this used to be the garage. What's left of the garage is the other side of that wall. And I do have a workbench inside the garage that I could put a printer on and the wash station and all that stuff. So it's good to use range hood and vent it outside. Yeah, except my landlord might have a problem with me putting a hole in her stucco. So if I own the place, I probably would set up like a dedicated station, and I'd just be like, put it right out the side of the house. We're Ward in Florida. Welcome back to the stream, Ward. Alrighty. What did Richard say? Oh, well, yeah. Well, I mean, he might be a turkey. You know, but everybody, welcome back to the stream. We're running some stuff that is new. We're running some stuff you haven't seen in a while. We're running some fixed things. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that, Giuseppe. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to play it by ear and see how, I can get it all worked out. And just kind of go from there. But let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got on the layout. We'll start up, or actually, we'll start on the Tram City Cam. Here we have our good old, faithful, original set of trams introduced when the tram line was introduced. We'll go ahead and get those moving along, running good as always. Quite possibly, actually, you know what? I can't say they're the cheapest Kato I've ever paid for, because the Canadian National F3 I bought actually was cheaper than these two trams. We'll get them on their way. I probably have RDK because I've been looking around at pretty much all of the Kato street running stuff, because those are pretty much what I've envisioned for the tram line. So eventually, hoping next month when we're in LA for the cruise that we will, we're going to be stopping at train stores while we're down there. How did everything fall off the layout, Lynn? Hopefully not. All right, so what we've got here is we have the Broadway Limited F7A DCC Paragon 4 sound. Mike, yes and no. I think I've currently got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 cameras, and I can have more, but I have to basically do a fade from one to another. I can't just have them instantaneously switch because they have to all be set to deactivate when they're not being viewed. So I have to have them kind of fade from one to another. That's why you see them fade from one to the other. Welcome to the stream, Kevin. Kevin's Tiny Trains. Yeah, currently I have 7 set up, Holly. I technically have another with the desk cam that's not currently set up over there. You can see the little work desk where the other fan is over there in the corner. There would be another arm, and there would actually be a cell phone sitting in that arm, or in the holder in that arm, and that would be the desk cam. I have a whole several segment articulated arm that I can set up for that, and that's also when you see me shoot my videos and whatnot. That's also what I use at the desk, because I don't use the Logitech that you guys see me on the stream with. I use a cell phone because it's way better resolution. So, do you need more than 2, Holly? That's entirely up to you. I like to give you guys as many different angles of things as possible. So that's why I have so many different cameras. There's even a Robo Skynet cam in that back corner that's been in that back corner forever, but I still have not been able to get it tied into the stream. That's what that little, Wally looking thing or droid looking thing in the very back corner of the layout is. That's actually a camera that can turn, that can pan and tilt, and it can actually zoom too, because technically it's a security camera. But let's see, what did Lynn say? Was running a car carrier train with resin cars on the railroad, and it fell off and caused half the train to fall from the shuttle. I saw that running during the stream, Lynn, and thought that was really cool. I'm really sorry to hear that fell off. Yes. Hello, Russ, rocking trains and stuff. Welcome to the stream. So here we go. We've got the F7 here. We're going to go ahead and use our lovely JMRI. I think it was F8 to start up. Yep, there we go. It's fired up. I have one mustache mic. It's not currently in operation because I still can't figure out how to integrate it to OBS. Oh, Mr. Colonel Cottonbelt heard it too. All right, so we got it fired up. Go ahead and cut that light on. Light? Oh, that's the wrong train. Nope, that is the wrong train. Well, yeah. Well, I started up the other train you haven't seen yet. What happens if you don't pay attention to the road number? Okay. And I did see your comment, Kevin, about how you liked this locomotive. I've really kind of fallen in love with this, and I'm probably going to be picking up at least a B and possibly another A as well. Isaac Garage, welcome to the stream. Oh, nice. Alrighty. Choose. Oh, you know what, Russ? We all have our nights. Trust me. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this one on the roll. This one does not have a particularly long train because, well, for some reason, I mean, with all of what Broadway's got packed in there, they tend to be a little on the light side. So, you know, they can only pull so much. So, you know, figured a nice little short train was due. And hey, look, Holly, a caboose. Yeah, RDK, that would be blinding, and I can say no, I would not be doing that. Go ahead and go to Lake Loop, where you'll be seeing the F unit come around. We can look at the cows and the horses. I'm not sure exactly how to take that, Jim, but I will go off the fact of the rolling caboose on the layout. With all of your and Kevin's shenanigans, I'll just take it as the caboose on the layout. I've actually had that caboose for a while, and I hadn't had any use for it. And then I got the F unit and went, all right, oh, got a use for it now. It is a bright red caboose. Almost doesn't need any lights. Christopher Rail. Did Christopher say something? Did I miss it? Sorry if I missed something you said there, Christopher. You know what I need to do is I need to copy a button on my Stream Deck onto the camera window so I can mute my mic on the fly. Dragging a caboose at the end of a short contest last week. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, they're still around. You don't see them very often, but yeah, I mean, Giuseppe, yes, those have been thought about and will eventually happen. I just need to get the next big thing is to get the lake, and when the lake goes in, there's going to be a lot going on in this picture. Welcome to the Stream Eds Railway. Welcome back. Colleen, I hope I didn't miss you when I was calling, saying hi to everybody. I just can't. I'm having a CRS moment. So here we are. We're sitting in a lake loop. This is the other train for the beginning of the stream. Those of you that may have been paying attention in Discord, the lead loco is my infamous, and if you know the story, you know why I'm saying infamous, Atlas -840C. It'll be resin, Mike. I have kayakers and everything to go on top of it. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, RDK. This is my -8 that I had contacted Atlas for, trying to find wheels because I couldn't, or new axles, because all of the axles on it were split. Couldn't find them on the shop, so I just called, I emailed them directly. They got back to me. Said they were going to send me out a new set of axles gratis. Week goes by, like 2 weeks goes by, I don't hear anything. Okay. Emailed the guy back. Okay, I'll send you out a set. Sends me out a set. I get them. I put them in the locomotive. I start running the locomotive down the track, and the thing was waddling like a duck, which is what it was doing with the old axles, with them being cracked. So I'm just like, well, so I emailed the gentleman back at Atlas, not trying to be ungrateful because they sent them to me at no cost to me. Emailed them back, got no answer. I went, well, crap, I'm going to have to figure out something to do with it. So it sat in a bag. The locomotive and everything else was still assembled. The trucks were just apart in bags. And so I sat there and I got those new F units, and I was sitting there working on those new F units, and I happened to have one of the trucks on the F unit apart. And I looked at the truck, or the axle, and went, these gears look almost exactly the same size. The axle diameter is almost exactly the same size. And when I'm saying almost, it's like, I think the difference is like 1,000th. Because I used my calipers on them. I think it was literally like 1,000th difference. So I counted the teeth. Stream froze on you? That's not good. I'm not showing any issues on OBS. So I sat there and I said, oh, what the hell? I can order a set of, for whatever reason, Kato doesn't sell just 4 axles or 8 axles or whatever. No, they sell sets of 6 for the, it's sets of 8. I think it's 8. I think it's 8 for the F units. So I went, all right, cool. Went ahead and bought a set of axles for the F units, figuring, all right, if my cockamamie idea doesn't work, I'll have replacements for the F units. Get them in, check them up against one another. Everything seems fine. Wheel diameters are exactly the same. Everything worked out. I just popped them in there, reassembled the trucks. There was only just a very faint bit of gear mesh noise. After I did a break-in, 30 minutes each way, good to go, no problems. So, I have an Atlas running on Kato axles and wheels, which, as a side note, it was either today or yesterday, I was putting the axles that were still in my little tray of parts on my work mat in a bag, and I was going to throw them in the parts box I have to start cleaning off my work mat. I'm sitting there looking at the axles. Wouldn't you know it, the brand new axles had all split, all but one of them. All but one of the brand new axles that Atlas just sent me, all split. So, yeah. I was at a complete loss. So I'm glad I went the way I went. And yeah, so anyway, she's been sitting here idling the whole time. So I figured, hey, she hasn't run in a while. It's time to fire her up and get her to do some laps. Getting back on track with Steve and Roxy. Welcome back to the stream, sir. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. You just missed my big long dissertation as to how I have an Atlas locomotive with Kato axles and wheels because Atlas completely failed me. So, anyways, here we go. The locomotive behind the Atlas is actually one of my favorite locomotives. It is an actual Fox Valley Models Jeep 60 in Southern Pacific speed lettering with ditch lights, nonetheless. Yes, Lynn, I do actually. Yeah, I know. I feel bad for him, and trust me, I feel him at this point. I really do. I feel real bad for Ron now because there's a whole nother cracked axle story that came from today. Whoa, I am. If it wasn't for bad luck, we are missing the back half of the train. Bruh, what happened? Oh, why did that come off the track? Oh, I know why. I know why it came off the track. I'm surprised everything else stayed on the track. I had relocated the aerodrome camera, or I should say the aerodrome camera's mount. I had relocated. And when I did so, I think it probably knocked these cars off the track. And now this boxcar is being a complete pain right here. This boxcar is not wanting to go back on the track. And because the trucks are sucked up underneath the boxcar, it's not easy to tell if it's on the track. Like, come on. See, remember I was talking about those gremlins. Everything runs fine till you turn on the cameras. Steve, you know all about this, as does Kevin. All right. Uh-oh. What happened with Giuseppe? Uh-oh. That is not good, Giuseppe. Yeah, I've got nothing going. I've got 0 drop frames. I've got great stuff going on my side, unfortunately. I'm sorry to hear you're having issues. All right, so let's get this going again. Let's try this again. We've got the whole train this time. Alrighty, Giuseppe, hurry back. Hopefully you can get it taken care of. And Holly, if you notice, what's on the back of that train? Alright, I gotta fix some of my OBS windows. They are all over the place and it's driving me insane. My OCD is losing it right now. Well, that's the way I normally have it. My chat window's bigger. Aloha, Peter. Welcome back to the stream. Too windy to be on Gecko Junction. Yeah, I know. I saw what you guys have going through right now. Hopefully you can stay safe during that. Hurricanes are no joke. All right, let's go ahead and we'll move the camera around. Let's go over the park. Oh, perfect, right? As everything's coming down. Look at this. It was like perfect. It was like as if I planned it like that. What? Look at this. What about the big blow? Oh, yeah, the big... Yeah, no, the hurricane, definitely the big blow for Peter right now. Caboose, what are you talking about? Well, the coupler height wasn't the issue. The issue was that the mount that I have the camera on for the... Oh, Christopher, Michigan Rail Fan, you are correct. The plan for this is going to be a park in the middle of that inner loop, and there will be a actual residential area around the outside of it and inside of the large main line loop. Really? I actually have to make a trip to Mojave at some point soon, because I have to go pick up a aircraft pedestal that is in Mojave for our 747 project in San Jose. Yes, the currently invisible up. Yes, there is a currently stealthed second level to this layout. I blame Mustache Mike for that planning. Oh, nice, James. Thanks to Mustache Mike, I now have a new a new thing planned. Oh, look at that. There goes a little tram tooling on down the road. Eventually, there will be a second level to the layout. Mustache Mike introduced me to an amazing modeler, I believe that's in the Minneapolis area. And he has an absolutely amazing 2-level end scale layout that's not too different than the size of mine. And I saw it and went, I got to do this. I've got the space. I can easily add a second level. So I started talking to the gentleman, the builder, and yeah, just wow. All right, so for anybody that was curious, this would be the camera that I relocated, and this would be the mount that it was sitting on. Yes, at first I did check with the boss, and the boss said it was fine. I'm going to speed up the Broadway just a little bit. Well, just a little bit on the slow side for me. Thank you, Jim. I think so too. Even despite being the first tram I ever got, I'll have to find it, Giuseppe. It's a great little railroad. He posted recently for the first time again in a long time, and yeah, no, it's really cool. No, it's not going to be turned into a killdozer. This isn't Colorado. This isn't that kind of railroad. Yeah, I really like the Jeep 60s. I wish I could have gotten another one before Fox Valley ended up being sold to Scale Trains, but I'm hoping at some point Scale Trains will get with their act together and start putting the Fox Valley stuff back out. But I figured, you might like this view because it's given a view of something that's not normally seen as much. You can see the gas station, you can see the mansions, you can see what will be the diner. That's why there's 2 train cars sitting over there off their trucks. They will be put back on their trucks on sections of track. And the dozer is to represent an area that is on its way to being worked on. I don't know. I thought about it, Lynn, and maybe, but I thought more of this. I thought this would be a park, but this might end up being more of like a residential area. Thanks, James. What happened? What'd I do? No track marks? I mean, the ground's pretty tore up around it, Giuseppe. I would have figured it looks like there's pretty much track marks everywhere where that thing's been. The spots where the paint is missing, it was painted at one point, and then right over here to the left of the camera is where the two modules meet, and it was not, from the years of sitting in storage. Okay, no problem, James. You're very welcome. It was very good work. The years of sitting in storage, the sections where the modules met was not agreeing with one another, so I had to match up the wood as best I could, and then foam sands. So I took a large sanding block and a level, and had pulled up all the tram track, and had pulled up the main line at the time, and had come in and just sanded the hell out of it to level it. That's why you see the tram track now is actually glued down. There's no pins holding this loop of the tram track. And you see no pins on the main line out there either. There's quite a few of the pins that used to be on the main line that are not there anymore. I've been securing a lot of the track down because it's time to progress. And I'm very antsy for our trip next month so that I can get new or get grab the Unitram track for one, so that I can start finally working on Main Street, get that in place. Then I can finish the area where you see the houses and the gas station. Here's kind of a flip side of where that camera you see where that camera is located now. In relation, so you always got this view before, so I figured by putting that camera over there, you kind of got the front view, so you can see the front of the gas station and the houses and all the cars and buses and stuff I have, kind of making it look like, things are alive over there. Here, we'll go ahead and go to this view. You can watch the F7 go tooling on by. All right, Mike, hurry back. The L&N car seems to really enjoy rocking its way down the track. Wonder if we got rust in that car. Jim, my motivation was Kevin and Dave and everybody harassing me about being a Siberian Railway. Wow, that boxcar has a lean to it. I almost for a minute there looked to try and find a Snowpiercer to stick on a chassis. And I've honestly, actually, now that I've been browsing 3D prints, I've found a few locomotives that look a lot like Snowpiercer, that I've been very tempted to be like, ooh, I have a chassis I could put that on. Large Burning Man effigy in the middle. Well, if that loop, I could do that. The other thing that I've been trying to do is I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the area right here to my left, but on the left of the camera on the other side of the main. I was thinking I might actually put an industry in right there. There goes the tram again. see the SPs climbing the grade in the background. Glue factory, yeah, yeah. Well, the horses are not dead. Well, one of them's not, at least. You guys wouldn't believe the amount of other animals and whatnot that I have hidden around here and there. I've just got the boxes, packages and packages and packages of cows, animals. Like I've got like at least 2 or 3 packages of these cows, like are out here in this field. I've got, oh yeah, squirrel. They're coming along. I'm experimenting with other, you know, like the static grass and stuff like that. I've thought about a steakhouse as a restaurant. Seriously, RDK. But I mean, you know, the diner could definitely serve that purpose too. Ooh. You know, that's what I could turn that truck center that's over I have that truck terminal where all the rigs are parked at. Just, it's literally right behind where the station cam is. So park loop. Oh, wait. Let's go back. That's a nice view of the F7 going by. Nice little short freight, but hey. Oh, we have to stay here now because now we got the SP coming too. Nice mix of, you know, traffic going because I'm dragging but changing sources. Yeah, I love those little beer cans. Those beer cans are nice. Need 6 more since ATSF liked B units. Yeah, I know. Uh-oh. Something just shorted out. What just happened? Okay, that's really weird. Oh. Well. Yeah. Had run great all night, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere. Alright, I think our L&N boxcar is going to need to come off. Because it threw the beer can right behind it, right off the track. So we'll go ahead and pull the L&N off since it was waddling and whatnot. Or the brakeman did in the caboose. Hello, Iceman. Welcome back to the stream. All right. Well, now we're going to have to go back. Oh. Apparently everything fired right back up again. All right. And we'll get the Santa Fe moving again. And we will get the SP chugging back up the hill. Put a couple more notches. Yeah, man, they had to do it all by hand too. They don't have any equipment for that yet. Now we're gonna speed ELI up another notch or two. Ooh! As soon as I notched, went one more step on the Santa Fe, it notched up on me. Nice, love that. Alrighty, so now that the trains are all gone, where are we at? Okay, we can go over here to the park loop. We got the Santa Fe climbing the hill. I know Dave's busy and all, but that car last night that Dave was having an issue with, the little Santa Fe hopper, there's an identical version of it right there behind that orange and black Santa Fe box car. When I told him that I have one of those, it's actually on the Santa Fe train right now. Got this nice, lovely little SP string that's actually behaving itself. And I love how that Dash 8 runs now. Oh my lord, it hasn't run that good since I got it. That's all I have to say. Very much enjoying how well it's running. I could actually probably back that off. Welcome back, Mike. Hopefully the music's not too loud tonight. It's about the right level for everybody. And we'll go ahead and go over here. Got all three trains in frame again. Okay, not normally say this, but with all people watching this stream, only 3 likes. Yeah, everybody, if you can, just slap that like button for me. I'd appreciate it. Channel's growing pretty well. I might stand a chance of possibly making the 1,000 subs and maybe the watch hours. The watch hours are what I'm scared of, but hey. Richard, are you on the current live? Are you on the actual live part? You sure? Everybody's seeing different numbers. Okay. I have no idea. Yeah. Here, let's go over here. Let's see if I can time this right. See if I can time this right. Not sure how loud that was for anybody, but oh, the Mount Rushaway. The Mount Rushaway cam has been repositioned this week, Kevin. I may have to bring it back next week with Dave being gone and all. And for maybe the weeks that Dave's gone, I'll bring it back. You know, kind of in honor of Dave. Go back to this. Okay. So we're actually going to go back to this now. We're going to try this again. Station cam. All right. You still want it on a sweatshirt. Yeah, Jim, your face did not break the camera, Jim. Jeez. Oh, Lord. All right, well, we'll go ahead. You know what? I'm going to turn on the auto scene switcher here real quick, and I am going to move or copy a button on my Stream Deck real quick. Okay, copy. Whoop, wrong way. Yes. Awesome. Okay, so now I can mute my mic on this page rather than having to flip over to the other one. Yes, there are still a few of Jay's tiny balls here and there on the layout. There goes the trolley right as the camera fades away to nothing. You know, I thought about putting a second train on the line with the Santa Fe, but that didn't work out. So with my, oh hey, I forgot. Why was there another cam with its audio on? Park loop needs to be turned off. There we go. Okay. And we need to go back to Crest Cam. It really is an after dark show. Yes. It gets pretty dark, you know, after dark. Especially with, you know, you never know what Jim's doing in that dungeon of his. You never know exactly what Jim's up to down there in that dark basement of his. Well, maybe you do, Holly, and if you do, please keep that to yourself. The rest of us do not need to find out. We really don't. Yeah, I was about to say, Richard, it seems like Holly knows, and if she does, please do not share with the rest of the class. I'm pretty sure I don't want to know. I mean, he wasn't on Kevin's stream tonight running trains, so yeah, your OnlyFans knows. Yeah, exactly. Is it OnlyFans or Only Toes? Ah, there goes a nice little SP freight. Roll it on by. And right there, it's wiggling because it's going over points, in case you can't tell. But looks pretty good, I think. Some of those cars look like I need to do some bolster work, though, because they're kind of leaning a little bit. Make a background for the text. You know, I probably could do that, actually. I should only have to change one, and they'll all change. So, let me do this. We'll come to this. Oh, hey, you know what? Listen here, you. I control the cameras. I am the captain now. Freaking scene switcher. Let me see. Let's go to this. Select font, select colors. You know what? I may not know how to do the background part. You know what, Kevin? What you and Jim do on your own time is your business. You know, I was in the military and the don't ask, don't tell age. So, you know, y'all do you. All right. So I have to figure out how to put a background on this little text right here because it's not sticking out to me and I have no idea. Ah, okay. Like Jim brought up a whole, you know, he liked that caboose in the back, you know, on the back of that Santa Fe right here. You know, I had to make sure he was talking about the Santa Fe caboose. Oh, I bet you would, Jim. I was in the Army. I was a Patriot Massacre member. And I was known as a launcher dog. So I was the one that took care of the launchers, reloaded them when they were emptied, and drove with a stack of 4 missiles pointed at the back of my head when going down the road. That was always fun. So, yeah. Nothing like driving. The hell? Where is it? Okay. Nothing like driving down the road with 4 missiles that can be launched with a 9-volt battery. Anyways. Well, thank you for your service as well there, Russ. Anybody else that served in the military. It's a special breed that does that. Not everybody's into it, which is fine. I kind of feel, without getting too much into the political, that it might help more of the youth nowadays if they did serve versus not. Might help them to learn some things. We'll leave it at that. So. We can talk about it. We'll talk about it because I want to get together with you anyways, Caboose, after the stream. We can talk about how to set up the lives and whatnot. And then we can talk about that. Well, thank you, Ward. Jim was a combat MP, process and interrogate prisoners. Never saw action though. Served during peacetime. Yeah, well, same with me. Same with me, Jim. you were gold Nova 3 in Counter-Strike, but otherwise not in the military. Nice try, Kev. Nice try. Oh, very nice, George. See, I was almost Navy. They dragged their feet, so I ended up Army. So, all right, well, so now we're coming up on time to change something. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to this. Simperatus, welcome to the stream. I didn't see you slip in. We're going to go to this, and we're going to go ahead. Well, we're changing the tram line first, Holly. We're changing the tram line first, which... Oh, there's the tram. I was wondering where the tram went. We're going to change the tram. Oh, I'm going to turn this fan off, otherwise it's going to blow this mic all crazy. All right, we're going to go ahead and stop them right there. Go ahead and open the jewel case for them and get that ready for them. Go ahead, put the pantograph down, pop them apart. Get them put back in their little home here. Need to finish putting the decals on those little trams. They've got a pretty cool little decal sheet for them. I need to figure out how I'm going to mount the boards and then get them put on the trams. Then we're going to get something put on there that might make Jim happy, might make Kevin happy. I don't know. But there we go. I found out earlier today that this will actually, now that I've leveled the tram line and made it a little smoother to go, This is my little Concore RDC. SP11 will be turned into SP10 eventually. Originally did not come with lights, but now has lights. And because I used a Kato board for the lights, they come on before it starts moving. And yes, you heard me right. I used a Kato DC board from one of my many converted Kato locomotives and modified it to use it to power the direction, to make the lights directional in the RDC. It looks kind of goofy going around the tight radius, but it actually does make it around the radius. Here, we'll go back to the tram cam as it goes by. This is my little budget RDC. Did not cost me nearly as much as a Rapido or a Kato. But you know what? It runs really, really good, and it actually runs very, very quiet, which is very surprising. So, here, oh, I totally forgot. We could watch it go around here. Well, let's see if it clears the camera. You know what? I didn't think about that. Does it? Oh, yeah, it perfectly clears the camera. Nice. Okay, no worries. Awesome. Headlights are nice and bright. Those headlights, by the way, I had to do something special to the headlights so that you don't see it light up the entire cab of the RDC. But that's a story for a different day. I do not wear contacts. I know some of the things are out of focus. I do have an appointment for my eyes at the end of the month. So if some of my cameras that I can focus are out of focus to you guys, I'm sorry. A lot of my cameras that can focus are set to a specific focus because its autofocus sucks. Unless you guys really want to have it damage your eyes or have a seizure because it can't pick what it wants to focus on. You know, cameras like this one right here are a fixed focal length. So anything up close is going to be blurry. Anything further away is better. So with these particular cameras, I can't do anything about it. Apparently Jim just had an epileptic fit of his own. My dad and both my grandfathers were in the service, Navy and Army. Grandfather served in the Army, but my father was Navy. Very nice, Caboose. My father on mom's side was a destroyer that took part in D-Day. Okay, RDK. Have to go. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for stopping by. Have yourself a good night, sir. Hello, Roger Metzgar. Welcome back to the stream. We're failing at following trains, apparently. See, on my mom's side, my uncle served in Vietnam, was a helicopter pilot, Huey pilot in Vietnam. My aunt was a major in the Army. Both my cousins were lieutenants in the Army, and hell, they may be captains or majors now. I've lost touch with them since my uncle passed away. So it's very possible that they may also be high up in the ranks as well. Oh, nice, Christopher. Evening, CLL. Welcome back to the stream. Canadian Locomotive Logistics. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you've been well. Alrighty, so now we figure out what can I put, or what can I put on. All right, I need to figure out which way. Oh shoot. It's running, that's not going to work. Oh shoot. Actually, it's on its own track. I could just back it into the siding if I wanted to. Well, you know what? I'll take it back. I'm going to put an auto steam switcher. I'm going to prep up another train. Have a good night, Richard RM. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. I'm going to go ahead and prep the next train. Caboose, I am on Facebook. I'm actually in Dave's Facebook group as well. Not too hard to find me on there. Not too hard to find me on there at all. Actually. Oh, damn it, it's not converted. I can't run it. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, it is what it is. What to run, what to run, what to run. Run that one. Oh, we haven't run that one in a while either. That would be a good choice. I can't remember if I converted this one or not. I think I have. I think. Easy enough to find out if I did or not. Easy enough to find out if I did or not. I want to say I think I converted this one. Please tell me I did. I did! Yay! Can run this one. Sweet. Too bad Kevin's gone now. I think I've got enough other Canadians around here that would appreciate it. Oh, why that was such a pain in the butt to put back together. Oh, don't think I have this one on JMRI though. YouTube chat AI is changing people's posts. I'm seeing those little symbols, but you know what? I've been seeing those in everybody else's streams too, Jim. Those little marks at the beginning when somebody types something. How do we turn that off? Hover over those posts. It just says hi Russ on the hi Russ. Yeah, on the one that says hi Russ, it just says hi Russ. The other one that's, that says hi Giuseppe. They just basically the chat AI just did the punctuation for him. Oh yeah, the Holly says goodnight Kevo, and it says burn it Kevo. What the heck's with? Why? Why is it changing goodnight Kevo to burn it Kevo? Like it's trying to autocorrect what's being typed. That makes no sense. Oh, nice mustache. Very nice. All right, so I got. What the hell was that noise? That was a very weird noise. Well, the RDC's still on the track, so it's not like the RDC is derailed or nothing. Yeah, on my side, Holly, it says instead of saying goodnight, Kevin, it says burn it, Kevin. Which, like, huh? No, Miranda didn't fart. Miranda's over here giving me the stink eye. Because, you know, she's Miranda. Alright. So we're gonna... The only thing I don't have, unfortunately, is I do not have a Canadian caboose of any kind. Oh, maybe, Mike. I have no idea. RDK, it would not surprise me because all I know is when she takes when she relieves herself, oh my God, does it stink to high heaven. I have changed infant diapers that smell better than that lizard's turds. Hello? Need some tweezers, apparently. Auto couplers are going to auto coupler. Come on, man. Okay, I'm gonna have to pull this train up a little bit. What is that? 757. Recall. Look, 8757. Select. Forward. I am so glad I got this locomotive converted. At least it gives me something Canadian to run on DCC. I do not. I plan on going by my favorite little shop in the next, probably actually next week, and going and seeing what new stuff he's added to the lovely collection of goodies in the case. I'm sure it's going to be more stuff that I probably shouldn't afford, but yeah, no, Giuseppe, definitely. Okay. Oh, I still haven't built these two cars. That's something I really need to do. Still got these other two cars I have not built yet. And I know Jean-Pierre was telling me to have fun when I put them together. No, Peter, that's fine. I completely understand. Hopefully you're staying safe and everything turns out good where you're at, because you're kind of in a not good situation over there. For those that don't know, Mr. Peter currently going through a hurricane over in Hawaii. So he's definitely not having a wonderful evening. Okay, not in there. Okay. What about in here? Nope, nothing in there. Okay. What happened to all my other tank cars? I got a few tank cars. Where'd they go? Not in there. And you end up with like every box out of this bookcase. Oh, our SP train might be getting a little tired over there. A little tiry. I am trying to find some of my modern tank cars I know I have, but on this train. I have a bunch, but I've got a few. Oh, hey, here's some of the other cars I was looking for, though. Not the exact road I'm looking for, but the right color. Hold on a second. I'm not near the PC at the moment. Let's see. Oh, I'm educational. I try not to be educational because, trust me, you don't want to learn nothing from me. No, do not go with God. Do not say that, Russ. Much prefer be safe. Hey, Russ. At least to the best of your abilities, anyways. Marquette Productions. It is N scale. I'm currently trying to load a new train up on the only track I have in my current staging yard area. I'm trying to find cars. Maybe I shouldn't put too many more behind it, but I know being a ES44, it's got a little bit of oomph behind it. Oh, hey, I found tank cars. Okay, I may pull these off. I'll put tank cars on. Okay. I think it'll look good like that. Tank cars, tank cars, tank cars. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Put these tank cars on. Look like a damn train derailment back here with all the cars all over the place. One of them is the center beam. Okay, get these two on here. And by the way, I do have 2 more tank cars that are currently waiting in the wings to join the operational fleet. I just don't have structure couplers for them yet. So, they are still waiting. Oh, what the hell, we'll throw this one on the end too. Okay. What did I miss? Welcome to the stream there, Marquette Production. Sorry, not trying to be absent-minded or anything. Doing a 009 British term for HON3, yes, based off of US steel on a 1.5 by 4. Thoughts? Sounds like a pretty awesome setup there, Marquette. Honestly. Giuseppe, I tried to. I haven't been trying as hard as I probably should. I'm a fat bastard. Trying to get around this stack of car boxes is not working for me. I haven't been focusing on it as much as I would probably like to. But eventually I will when time allows. And obviously if the car allows. The car being the main limiting factor, really. Car in time to do so. Okay. O-scale cars are heavy enough as it is. Giuseppe, it obviously just requires a little more power, obviously. Marquette, I am running, this layout can actually do both. The inner tram loop that you see the RDC running around on is DC only for now. The main line currently is running DCC. And I do have locomotives with DCC and sound. The little F7, Santa Fe F7 is DCC and sound as Broadway Limited. And the Southern Pacific locomotives, the lead locomotive is DCC and sound. But the trailing Jeep 60 is not. All right, this is probably going to be the extent for this train, seeing as how it is only one locomotive. You know what, we'll put the other cars I was going to put on the back, and we'll hope for the best. I do need, since I do not have a caboose, I will have to get a Fred car, Holly. Sorry. No caboose on this one. This one gets a Fred car. I have to go track said Fred car down, but it's getting a Fred car. It is the wrong Fred car. That is the right Fred car. Okay. All right, so where is, okay. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna go ahead and sneak the next train out. Hopefully before the F7 gets here. All right. And we'll go ahead and we'll leave that one at about that pace. We'll let the F7 run through. and then back the F7 into the staging yard. Or I should say, hopefully back the F7 into the staging yard. We're watching the new train to see if it can get up the hill with the string of cars I put behind it. I have a tendency to always overload my engines. It's slowing a little bit. Seems to be okay. All right. Well, I guess we're good there. All right, we can go ahead. All right, mouse, wake up. Go throw the switch. Quickly! Why does it go so much faster in reverse than it does forward? All right. And why is it not? Oh. It's funny. Alrighty, there we go. Gonna finish back in the Santa Fe around the corner here. Those, oh, well, our cameras are chasing ghost trains apparently. Be back at my seat here momentarily. I'm going to go ahead and stop the Santa Fe and shut the Santa Fe down so I don't have to have that rattling around in my ears right behind my head. There it goes. As you can see, we have now swapped out for the CP children's locomotive. RDK, thank you for coming to the stream. Hopefully you have a great night and great rest of your weekend. Here we have the lovely SP train coming up the grade. That will be swapped out as well here soon. Or what? I have no idea. But we'll swap it out for something. All right, let's see what I missed. Yeah, see, you are Raven. Is Holly saying thank you, Raven? That's really odd. I think they're literally, Jim, they're just like trialing it to see who it annoys the most, I guess. Yeah, Russ, I think that's probably accurate on your Z-scale comment. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It's actually quite... Let's burn it, Dennis. Yeah. On mine, it says goodnight, Dennis. So I don't know. This time it didn't do it, so I don't have any idea. But anyways, the Canadian Pacific Children's Locomotive is a Kato. That is a Kato that I got, I believe it was in a trade with Alvin, I think it was. Yeah, it's only when it's got that mark before the comment that it popped that it's the AI thing. Don't know what. Yeah, it's YouTube is. Yeah, annoying with what it's trying new things. I get it, but AI doesn't need to be changing what everybody's saying. You know, use stick to predictive text on the phone side. Don't change in the stream chat, please. Thank you. Yeah, like DRC, 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 and then I hover over it and it says RDC, RDC, RDC. Yeah. That's a prime example, Jim. I don't know why it changed it to DRC. That's just dumb. Let's see. I'm gonna look and see. Yeah, what the hell? It doesn't even give me an option to get rid of it either. That is stupid. I really don't like that. I see DRC, 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 Jim. That's what I see. I see that little symbol at the beginning, and then it says DRC, DRC, DRC. I don't like that at all. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I looked through all the different stuff, and I honestly could not tell you what was going on with that. All right, so I am going to put some stuff away real quick before I end up with a ginormous mess everywhere. Put my little F7 away. I really, really have fallen in love with this locomotive. Very, very nice locomotive. I just need a couple more of them so I could pull some more cars. You know, another B or two and another A would be slick. Make a proper, consist. Yeah, I don't understand why we're seeing that, though. It makes absolutely no freaking sense. Hello, Anne-Marie. Welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. Sorry about the voice crack. I don't know where that came from. All right. Well, these tank cars go back in this tank car box. Before my wife yells at me for not putting away her stuff. Caboose, no gravity tax, no gravity tax. We are not playing the gravity games. That noise. RDC's over there making all kinds of freaking noise. And the clickety clack noises. Not that that's bad. Okay. Let's put these away. It's back under here. Ooh. Almost done putting that train away. Second puberty. I'm fighting this. I've had a sinus infection for a while. And it's been a real pain in the butt. Yeah, I'm over AI at this point, man. AI is just annoying. Okay, so that was all the tank cars on that train. I don't need to mess with this box. This box can be set to the side. I don't think the AI thing exclusively has to do with Trump. I know he's made statements about how he loves AI. And but I don't know how much of that is directly related to him. or can be attributed, I should say, to him. But we're going to avoid such topics because it doesn't do anybody any good, honestly. I don't know. I don't think any... Oh, wait. No, yeah. A couple of these did go in here, actually. A couple of these cars, a couple of those cars went in here, too. Well, these are Santa Fe. We'll put these in here with the Sodor cars. I need to get in here and I need to get some more decoders is what I need to do. That's what I need to do. I need to get more decoders so I can start getting more things DCC. City nights like these, welcome to the stream. Yeah, let's just do our best to avoid political stuff. I haven't seen enough annoyances outside of streaming, and as much as I know as it's becoming part of our, as much as I know it's like I said, becoming part of our everyday lives. This is supposed to be our happy place where we kind of get away from it all. So kind of like what happened over in Kevo's. Let's not dwell on it. Let's not, let's just try and avoid it. Keeps everybody happier that way. No depression. Happy thoughts. Happy trains. Happy trains. Happy little trains. Happy little trains. You see what it changed Holly's thing into, Jim? It turned LOL Mustache Mike into LOL Little Ones. Oh, dear Lord. Good night, Peter. Please be safe, sir. Anything happens, please keep us posted and just do your best to stay safe. Keep the kayak ready, Peter. Keep the kayak ready. Or the long canoe, however you want to put it. I have a little Thomas train, by the way. It's the only thing I have from the Thomas group that's DCC. Although I do have Percy, James, and Henry. The only thing I have of the four of them that's DCC is Thomas. Happy little trains. Are you well, hey, you could call me the Bob Ross. You can call me the Bob Ross of trains, I guess. Yeah, Jim, it's, sometimes it's kind of like, head scratching. Other times it's funny like that. I'm sorry, that was funny. Well, Holly, it's nothing to get upset about. Unfortunately, we have absolutely zero control over it. So there's not a whole lot we can do about it. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is I am actually going to pull the Southern Pacific off. Oh, don't do that, Jason. That was almost very, very bad. We're going to go ahead and pull the Southern Pacific off since it's pointing in the right direction. We're going to go ahead and just run it off since it's set to go off into the tunnel and thus into our staging yard. We're going to go ahead and run the Southern Pacific off. onto the siding and into the tunnel, and we will get that out of the way. And we'll stop that here shortly. And oh no, do I? Oh, I do have him in here. Nice. Okay, cool. I do know that we have these particular train lovers out there. Not to mention for our overseas friends that may or may not be fond of this particular train show, which actually is from their homeland. I grew up with the very first version. Well, can't say grew up with, because that would be a complete fabrication, because I did not grow up with. But my son, who is 33, did grow up with them. And grew up with the old Ringo Starr and George Carlin version, Shining Time Station, before Thomas became Thomas on his own. And so as thus, we will go ahead and show Mr. Blue Boy running on up the hill, Mr. Thomas himself, with Annie and Clarabelle in tow. Go up here to the crest cam real quick. I will take control of the cameras now. Thank you, St. Richard. And there he goes, Mr. Thomas himself with Annie and Clarabelle. You know, Caboose, sadly, you know what, honestly, when I think back to listening to their voices, City, honestly, I think I like Ringo more. I like George Carlin as George Carlin. Seeing him on a kid's show was kind of odd for me. Ringo, I think, kind of fit the bill a little better, honestly. And Caboose, to go back to what you're saying, no, I do not own any cab forwards at this time. The last cab forwards I had were brass. I had 2 different ones, and I do kind of miss them. Yes, you just did the math, Russ. I got a very early start, like my junior year in high school, early start. Yes. So I had a son my entire senior year. Needless to say, Jay did not play football like Jay had wanted to. Otherwise, Jay probably would have ended up at Fresno State playing football. Schemer? Is it Schemer or Schemer? Or Shemmer? Doodlebugs? Well, the closest I have to Doodlebug Mustache Mike is at RDC. I do want a Doodlebug, but unfortunately the only one, Schemer. Okay. The only company that makes a Doodlebug is Bachman, and all of the ones that I've come across had that nasty defect that most of the Bachmans have from that generation. If they make a new Doodlebug, I'd be all for trying them out. Oh, that's a nice shot of the Canadian Pacific. Oh, look, there goes Thomas again. Yeah, I never knew Schemer was the conductor. I only ever knew of Ringo and George Carlin. Holly, yeah, I guess you could. I'm not sure if Northwest Shortline is the one that offers the replacement gears for those or not. Yeah, the split gears issues, Russ. I'm not sure if Northwest Shortline offers the gear replacements, and I know there's a lot of different people on various 3D print plate sites that offer them. But I know it's a real PETA to make sure they fit. Because Lynn McCurdy had asked me earlier if I watched classic Ron's classic model trains, and I do, and I watched a lot of what Ron has gone through when trying to replace cracked gears and whatnot. And God knows I've gone through enough of my own trials and tribulations with frickin' cracked gears lately. It's really becoming a epidemic that I really don't like. And you know what? There is no brand that's immune to it. I had two Kato GS4s that had split axles. So there's not any one brand that doesn't suffer from it. Obviously, my Atlas did too. Oh, that's interesting, Mike. Yeah, no, Roger, it's not that they don't work great, is that I know with certain ones, I know that there are issues sometimes. There are issues sometimes with them not fitting. Like maybe it fit the person who made the parts version, but it didn't fit like a later version because maybe they changed something or changed a spline or God knows what. Holly, honestly, I don't know why. I don't know why it's happening, but it's a real pain. I'll have to check Mustache because I really would like to have a. I wouldn't mind a Doodlebug at all, especially with the dedicated tram line. Oh, I think a Doodlebug would be amazing. Don't mind me, I'm in the background changing motive power on the SP train. I'm really happy with that little RDC. It's just dealing with the curves. It grinds a little bit going around the curves, but, probably because the trucks have never articulated that far. So it's literally having to almost wear in that section of the gears. And it's so hilarious because, you look at all these other locomotives and they've either got black gears or white gears. That Concourse got red because I think it was made by Rocco, I think, is who made it for him. It's either Rocco or Trix. It's one of the two. And trust me, I don't know how to get those trucks off that RDC. I have no idea. I tried to open it up to do a cleaning after I got it. Couldn't figure out how to even drop the trucks. It's got some weird pickup scheme, but you know what? It works. So if it ain't broke, I ain't going to try and fix it. I added a little bit of fresh oil, and it runs nice and quiet and smooth. So I'm not messing with it. Good night, Lynn. Hope you have a great rest of your evening and weekend, sir, and we'll catch you on another live stream. Let's see. Been up listening while I worked on some stuff on my train. Back is hurting, twisted this morning, so I hope you get to feeling better, Lynn. I can feel you, and my condolences, trust me. I've been dealing with, my back has not been happy the last couple of days. That's why you're not really seeing me on camera, because I'm having to sit in some really screwed up angles. So I'm not exactly sitting in the best angles. You can see my chair kind of all and tweaked out a little bit because it's not a good day. It helps I need to take these too, but yeah. Hope you get feeling better, Lynn. And like I said, we'll catch you in another stream. We always tend to. All right, back to the trains. I'm surprised it hasn't swapped away from my camera yet. Figured it would have by now. Did the last time. Can't stop laughing about the doodle bugs. What happened with the doodle bugs? Did it screw that up too? Oh, dear God, Jim. I saw it. Oh, Jim. Damn it, Jim. Yeah, whatever you do after you apply your cream, don't touch your eyes. Yeah, and Marie, that's really it. My back issues, because that's part of my injury as to why I'm disabled. You know, when I fell, it messed up a section of my back, my lower back. So it is what it is. I do the best I can with it and go on from there. Raven, you have your moments, sir. You have your moments. That's all I'm going to say. I freaked out for a second. I saw the end of the Southern Pacific on the camera and thought the train had stopped. Well, duh, the train had stopped. It's got no power. Duh. I might give the... Yeah, because I don't think it's in the roster. Let me see if I added it. Oh. No, I have not added that to the roster. Oh, Fairless, I don't think Bachman Atlas or anyone else has planned for a 40-plus year service life for a toy train. You know what, Giuseppe, you're not. You know what? Honestly, I don't think you're wrong on that. I don't think they honestly expected them to last as long as they have. And I can say that they've lasted that long because of the engineering they put into them. I mean, shoot, this RDC that I'm running right now is probably easy 40 years old. I'd say easy 40 years old at least. Might be 30, but I mean, it's over here and it's running amazing, you know. Oh, Raven, I do remember seeing that last night. And congratulations, sir. You know what? I don't think I really... The only other Southern Pacific... This is one thing I did notice. I did notice tonight when I was sitting there looking at my SP and I was like, this is the only power I have for SP diesel? Like, you know, I've got... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Hiding back here underneath everything. You know, the only other SP power I have that's diesel isn't even really diesel. It's a freaking turbine. And it's not even a prototypical turbine, but it's a turbine. You know, that's my only other SP power. So I need to quit slacking. Steam wise or diesel wise. Steam wise, I don't even have that much SP power in steam. I've got passenger power. But I've only got the Mikado as far as freight. I take that back. I do have the Pacific. But the Pacific has not been converted to DCC yet. Oh no, Raven, you're fine. Let's see, what did Jim actually say? It changed your You're saying, Jim, from congrats to congratulations, it finished your word for you. Lazy generation. I'm sorry, I think that's what the whole point of it is there. Same for Roger. Roger put congrats, and then AI changed it to congratulations. Hey, look, you've got predictive text on a PC now. That can't go wrong at all, not like we've seen tonight. I don't think all, a lot of mine are probably within the last 10 to 15 years, Christopher, but I do have a number that are older than that. My Mikado is a first run Mikado from Kato. I have a UP Challenger that is a Concord Rivarossi that is probably close to as old as I am, but honestly is one of my best runners and best pullers. I've got all kinds of stuff that are, I've got a youth. Oh, aha, that's maybe. Hang on a second. I totally forgot about that one. Aha, I do have another big power UP diesel. Steam air freight can get put away. Then on this one, no. But that one can stay out because that's got a lot of stuff to go back in it. Yes. I knew it. We'll see if it feels like behaving tonight. It has not done well on behaving lately on the railroad, but we'll give it a shot and see how it feels like behaving tonight. All right. See, Roger, those are solid, but dear God, are they flipping noisy. Not that I don't have a couple here. I have a couple of Revell models that are probably older than I am that run really good. Well, the SP runs okay, but the Rio Grande one runs really good, but it's a little on the noisy side. It's definitely a solid runner. There it is. Throttle for this one. Open the throttle. All right, well, let's see how this goes. Can't go horribly. Oh, please do not fall off the track. I'm gonna have to walk this one around the corner. Scaring me as it was coming around the corner, this one boxcar was leaning way over. This locomotive may or may not pull this train up the hill, so I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Careful, because that's going to come real close to the main line here real soon. As soon as I see the caboose pop out the tunnel, I will stop it. There we go. Stop it right there. And that can chill right there. We'll let Thomas get another lap or two in, and then we'll back out the other SP that I found, that I remembered I had. AI Overlord is listening. Yeah, Mustache Mike, exactly. They're definitely listening for sure. My top 3 favorite steam locomotive trains are 4000 through 4025. Nice. Pierre Marquette. I do not have a Pierre Marquette, but I do have a 765, which is the same exact locomotive. And the Living Legend Train 844. I do not currently own an 844. I used to own an 844. Another one of my stupidly sold before I bought the one I wanted to have. Train locomotives. I'm currently eyeing a Greyhound 844 that is up in Canada right now, which means, of course, I'll have to pay shipping, I'll have to pay tariffs, get taken to the cleaners, but it's a Greyhound 844, which, if you've been around the channel long enough, you know I'm a sucker for Greyhounds because my 4023 is a Greyhound. My big boy is a Greyhound. So, yeah. Very solid choices there, Ann. Very solid choices. Yeah, Raven, that's one of the things I had to do. Well, the Challenger, when I got it, came with no motor in it. Wow. Hey, I got that one all wrong, Holly. You said, okay, thank you, Gaius. And it said, okay, you idiot. Boy. Televisions have a cam facing the front that can be captured by people that can catch it. Oh, yay. Yeah, exactly, Mustache. That's kind of stupid. Yeah, probably, Raven. It's just, it's so dumb it's doing it in the first place. Yes, Anne Marie, exactly that locomotive. You know what? AI is just being a jackass, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Thomas, we're going to go ahead and stop you since you're right here. Close your throttle. Your throttle was on that side. Minimize that. Now we've got... Why do I still have the Dash 8s up? Oh, that's right, because the Dash 8 was still on the track at the time. We'll go ahead and pull off Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle. Let them go back to their rest. And they are right there, so I will go ahead and set Thomas and cars here. And we'll go ahead and back out. See, this is where I would love to have the integration that Jim does, where I could just throw the switches from my PC. Someday, I will have that integration, but for now, I have to still walk over and throw the manual switches that then flip the electronic switches. Here, let's not back up that fast. I don't know what's going to happen here. Hoping for the best, expecting the worst. All right, so we've been running the RDC for a little while. Let's see. The other train statue display is the 6900. Yeah, see, I wouldn't mind having a DD40. That's another one that would basically only... Oh, crap. Something just happened. I knew it was going to happen too, and it happened in the tunnel. Oh, no, it happened outside the tunnel. Holy crap. Ow. Please don't break my tank cars. Well, derailment. Tank cars did not want to take being pushed back out with any kind of weight behind them. Note to self, stupid, put them on the end. Wow, that straight jackknife that sucker. So interesting. Those are my new SP tank cars too. Apparently they didn't like going through the turnout, is what it was. They were backing up just fine until they were backed through the turnout. Alright, well, I'll chalk that one up to user error. User error, user error. Alright, so once I get the U50 out onto the main line, we'll look at switching the RDC out. I was trying to see if we had anybody new even still here. So if you're new here tonight and my old asses forgot, please speak up and we'll let you have a pick of what we put on the tram line. As I do have an assortment of other things that can also run on the tram line. Go ahead and get this U50 moving. We'll see if the U50 makes it up the hill or not, let alone stays on the track. Problem is, the U50 stays on the track for the most part okay. But what it does is the idler trucks that have little to no weight in them hit just little imperfections in the track and just randomly throw themselves off the track. Could go around the track 20 times without an issue, and when you're not looking, boink, it'll just throw one off. So, yeah, kind of annoying. See if the U50 makes it up the hill with all these cars. The U50's got some weight behind it, but it's also a pretty substantial train that was being pulled by 2 locomotives. Oh, she's slowing down. And one of the trucks is already derailed. All right, well, that's great. It's too much train, and one of the trucks has already said, see ya. No idea why. Anne-Marie is new. I figured Anne-Marie was new. I know she frequents Dave. Or Dave, that sounds really bad. Don't take it that way, Anne-Marie. Did not mean it the way it sounded. Frequents Dave's stream is what I meant to say. Frequents Dave's stream. This comes around, I'm going to pull some of these cars off. We'll let you pick what we put on the tram line. I have to address the elephant in the room over here. And actually, I may just address it and just put the turbine on and be done with it. Matter of fact, I may just go ahead, prep the turbine now. Get the turbine set. I do, Anne-Marie, but the big boy will not run around the tram line. And I've run the big boy like every stream since I got it, and I fixed its traction issues. So it's one of those that's kind of wearing a little bit, or getting a little old. No offense to you at all, but I do have a big boy, so I think I even ran it last weekend, didn't I, Ollie? I can't remember. I do not remember. But here, I'll show you what I have as far as the other stuff. Hopefully that's not too disappointing. I'm sorry. I do have a big boy, but it's literally been on the... You know what? How do you feel about a Challenger? All right, George, thank you for coming by and hanging out. Have yourself a good night. I can do it. You know what? We can do a Challenger, Anne-Marie. We have not run the Challenger in some time. Now, I don't want to hear any grumbling and griping about how a filthy UP's pulling SP equipment. But use your imagination. It happens. Sometimes you gotta call in the big dogs when the quite frankly unreliable U50s break down. I will change out for the Challenger. Let me go ahead and get these freight cars in a position where they can be coupled up to easier. Make sure all of this thing's wheels are on the track. This way it's kind of sad. It's a double whammy. Pleases two women at once. Hey. All right. Yes, Anne-Marie, you are correct. That is $39.85, which was donated, or actually was kind of done in a swap with UP. UP swapped it with that organization. That organization had something that UP wanted, so they did a swap. I believe they had a couple of cars and I think an E-unit or something along those lines, or it was a tender or something they needed for 4014. And so they did the switch, and they said that they were going to essentially get it running again. Right. I know the Challenger can pull the cars. Challenger's gonna look at this and be like, really? This is all you want me to pull? Here, we're going to go ahead and stop this and go to this camera. Yes, Anne-Marie. Come on, Holly. You can make it. Come on, Holly. So there you go, Anne-Marie. Nice little Challenger with a firebox light. I don't know if you noticed that as it was going by. This is a Concord Riverozzi Challenger that is probably every bit as old as I am. That I have actually put DCC and sound in. G'day, JD Productions. Welcome back to the stream. Oh my God, what the hell was that? It's making you say mean things rather than... No, don't be like that, Holly. We're just not going to say what it's saying from now on. Because I think we're literally the only ones that can see it, Holly. I think the mods and the creator are the only ones that can see it. Yes, this is a very highly modified Challenger, Anne-Marie. It's not stock powered at all. It's actually got a very large Fallhaber cordless motor inside it that I custom fit because when I received the model, it had no motor in it. Hopefully that wasn't too loud on your guys' ears. I saw how high it shot the volume meter on that when it went by. We just had our one and only here for the year. And I got some good... I got some good deals out of the show. So, like cam. I don't know how well you guys can actually hear it either over the music, but that's actually coming from the mic on the camera as it's going by. Obviously, the station cam was a lot closer to the track than the lake cam is. Yes, Anne-Marie, you're correct. All right. Oh, we're going to have a meeting up on the hill. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying themselves tonight and enjoying the trains. And we've had a pretty good stream so far. Knock on wood. There have been a few glitches here and there, but hey, you know, it's entertainment for you guys, right? And for the most part, it's not been too bad. Here, we'll go over here to the park loop. Oh, thank you, Roger. Yes, Mike, they most definitely are. I love my old Concours, my old River. A lot of the old Concours, whether they're made by Riverossi, whether they're made by Hotto, which that U50 is, that's a Kato design, and really gotta have a talk with them about what were you guys thinking. I don't know what's causing it to constantly hop track like that. The track is relatively flat. Like, I go around and it's one of my pet peeves, as far as like having a hump in the track and stuff. And that's what causes those to hop off like that. So unless I've got a track connector or something over here that's askew, which happens with, the thermal expansion and contraction and all that stuff. I'll have to go through and check, make sure all of the track joiners are in the plastic where they're supposed to be. The Murano twin tram has not run tonight. I was actually getting ready to switch the tram line when I was having issues with the U50 not behaving and caused me to pull out the Challenger. So, but, and actually, we're going to switch the RDC out now that we can. And we can put the Muranos back on there. I love, those are nice little trams. We started out the night with the original set of trams that I had when I first opened the tram line on the layout. And went to the RDC because I had tested it earlier today and had found that the RDC would actually make it around the tram line. So I thought, why not run the RDC? The RDC hasn't been converted to DCC yet, so it seemed like a perfect opportunity to me. You can see the inners of that N-scale turbo train, Mike. So those that aren't in the Discord don't know about my second cracked axle fiasco. My most recent, I should say, courtesy of Rapido. That lovely FL9 that I got in that box a couple weeks ago from my buddy Joey was acting up earlier today because I was trying to do its break-in after I had added it to JMRI. And I noticed it went over the points and it stopped because that's the sign of electrical issue, electrical pickup issue. So I went ahead. Oh, don't do that. Come on, just come out. I went ahead and was like, all right, well, I'll just open it up and give it a once over here real quick. And yeah, that was a big fat mistake. I opened it up and saw the absolute Chinese puzzle box that Rapido thought passed for a chassis. I had to completely disassemble, by the way, in order to even get the trucks to come out of the chassis. Oh shoot, I just realized I left the bell out of the Challenger. Over here ding ding dinging away. Took everything apart, which, by the way, the power pickup on that FL9 is a la 1970 as well. To find every axle in that FL9 was cracked. Brand new locomotive. Looks like it had never been run. Every axle was cracked. Yeah, what the hell? You know? Like, seriously, what the hell? Like, if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck. That's how bad it was. So, yeah, I put the trucks back together, just so I don't lose any parts, and stuck the whole chassis and trucks in a Ziploc baggie. Put the shell back in the case, and was like, I'll deal with it later. Yeah, but I mean, age deterioration, the FL9's not that old. Let's see. First run of Rapido FL9 of Rapido and scale FL9. So it was first released in 2016. It's 10 years old. It's 10 years old. I mean, the same could be said for the Atlas Dash 8. Dash 8's not that old either. And the Dash 8 had the same problems. So, I mean, I guess now I can lump Rapido with Atlas? I mean, I've got locomotives that are easily 10 years old that don't have those issues. So, I mean, although my GS4s, Kato, they had cracked axles. So, I don't know. I mean, so if anybody starts telling you, oh, that white plastic is junk, well, newsflash, the black plastic can be as well. Eugene Benjamin. Wow, that came in an hour ago, and I didn't even hear. It came in an hour ago. Subscription from Eugene Benjamin, and I totally missed it. Or Eugene Benjamin. Benjamin Eugene. I'm not sure exactly which way that goes. If you're still here, please make yourself known. Oh, I didn't realize you guys have been on a stationary cam this whole time. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, Mike, you're not wrong. Everybody is getting their parts from China, but I don't know. I mean, thanks for coming and hanging out, Mike. Have a great rest of your day, morning, evening. I think it's morning for you. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Here, let's go to this one. I appreciate you coming and hanging out, Simperatus. I really appreciate it. Everybody, if you haven't already, please hit that like, sub, and that bell so you get the notifications about when I'm live or whenever I drop a new video. I'm probably going to have a video coming soon. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do it on quite yet. I might do it building these cars because, you know, I do have wait. I do have these two cars to build. I got something in my eye right now. I think I knocked off some dust or something. But I do still have these two cars to build. These were the two cars I was talking about earlier that I hadn't built yet. I do have them to build. I did get those other coaches built that were in that package. They're interesting. Yeah, these are car kits, Holly. These other coaches, where are they at? They are right here. There they are. So these are very Holly-esque cars. You can see they're built now. But I am not... Thank you for coming by, Anne-Marie. You're very welcome. Hopefully you have a good rest of your night and a good weekend. Hobo Patrick, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Those cars, they went together well. The roofs are a little heat warped. So they kind of, you know, banana a little bit. They're kind of like that. So they don't like sit down on there like I would like them to. And I do really want to find a way to light those cars because they actually do have a really cool etching on the windows. And see if I can show you. I could probably do it just by pulling the plastic out of the car, honestly, but here, let's pull one of them out. See if the camera will focus. See the, come on, you had it there for a second. Come on. Do it. Do it. Come on, camera. Focus. You focused for like half a second. You're killing me now here, Smalls. All right, hang on a second. Properties. Figure video. Focus. There you go. See, they have nice little like drapes and whatnot, window shades etched, etched onto the windows or screen printed onto the windows. Looks kind of cool. You can still see my face. I'm sorry. But I think that would look really cool if I could even just get like a real dim light inside the car to just put a dim light inside the car. The other thing that I have found is they do have files for interiors for these cars because they don't have interiors. So I thought it would be really cool to 3D print an interior for the cars and then just get a real dull, like even if it's like two, like one, half, like a third of the way down the car on each end, and light it. That'd be pretty cool. DCS Skater 529, welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the stream, I should say. could choose a favorite sports team to be customized on your train, what sports team would it be? It would, as much as I'm probably going to get a lot of crap about it, but it would probably be the team everybody loves to hate. Even though the players aren't playing as good as I know they probably still could if they really wanted to. I probably would. Crossroads Village in Michigan has a load of DNRG. Yes. So does Durango and Silverton. So does Cumbers and Toltec. So does Colorado and Eric. Colorado Railroad Museum, I think that's what it is. There's an air gauge museum where Heist works. Mark Huber works. There's lots of places. I haven't been to any of them, and I want to. They're one of my bucket list things. Eventually, I would like to get to. Here, let's go ahead and do this, so at least you can see chooches running around. Yours would be the New York Giants. Okay, fair enough. Even one Bachman hasn't done already. $464's down for an 8-year resto. Oy. Well, I mean, the people that can do a lot of these restorations that are happening and that are going on are honestly happening at pretty quick paces. You know, the crew that are doing the 3985 restoration are moving at a pretty good pace. The ones that are doing, oh God, what's the name? I can't remember the number of the locomotive, but it was the one that sat in the park forever. I want to say, I think it was a Chessie locomotive. Might not have been. Night, Jimmy. Thank you for coming and hanging out, sir. For everybody else, we're going to let you know we're probably going to go ahead and end at 11. So, yeah, 20-ish minutes. Yeah, the T1 Trust has been moving at a decent clip considering they're working literally from plans. They have nothing to start from. You know, considering they're starting from nothing, they're doing pretty well. Because I think they're technically up to a roller now, aren't they? I think the T1 Trust is up to a rolling chassis at this point and having the boilers most of the way there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, see, all these places in a lot of cases are very much reliant on volunteers. Stuff like Durango and Silverton, they get paid to do it. You know, Cumbers and Toltec, I think, does a lot of their own stuff, and anything they can't do, they send over to Durango and Silverton. You know, Knott's Berry Farm just had both of their locomotives done at Durango and Silverton. Disney, here's a funny thing for those that don't know. I know a little place that's about 30-45 minutes from here. It's called Hillcrest. It's a Christmas tree farm that has a train that goes around the property. Trains, plural. And they also have a large, full-size game shop on the property. And their biggest client is Disney. I've gone in there, and one of the last times I was inside the shop, they had CK, I think. can't remember if it was Ripley. Might have been Ripley. Was literally apart. Sitting in the shop. They had the tender tank sitting there, the chassis. You would not believe what happens to these locomotives when they're going around literally a circle the same direction for their entire friggin' lives. They had the chassis for the locomotive sitting right there on blocks with the drivers removed and everything. And they had a string line from one end of the locomotive to the other in what was supposed to be the same exact position on both ends. The chassis went like this. All volunteer based. They have several old steam that they've restored, and they will teach you how to run one and let you once you pass your testing. Very nice, Raven. I've always wanted to go out to Hillcrest and volunteer out there. They've got paid people that work out there at Hillcrest, but they've got a lot of volunteers as well. And mine is just, I've got so much other stuff going on that I don't have any time to go volunteer as much as I want to. I go out there periodically. Before I got hurt, I actually helped them lay some of the new track for their latest expansion they did. But again, that was before I got hurt. But yeah. Is the General still running? I don't know if the actual General is still running, but I think they're running. That's one of the ones for Promontory, isn't it? I know the ones they use at Promontory Point for the Golden Spike, ceremonies that they do, are reproductions. They're not the actual locomotive. Let's see, where's the demo? All right. Oh, okay, never mind. That's the Southern Museum of Civil War and Locomotive History. It's in Kennesaw, Georgia. So no, that would not be one of the Promontory locomotives. And I don't know. Let me look and see if it shows if it's still running or not. I don't know if it's actually still running. Postal Service Retirement Exhibition. Present day, after the L&N won the legal dispute concerning the engine's custody in 1970, brought to Atlanta. So no, the General is not running. It's just in a state of preservation. So it's in a museum. Yeah. Hello, Big Dale Jr. fan. All good. We've got some chooches. Gotta remember which way I'm pointing here, because I'm pointing at invisible things. We got the Challenger pulling some SP freight, because why not? Haven't run the Challenger in a while, so I figured it was good to pull her out, dust her off, let her stretch her legs. Got a Canadian Pacific children's locomotive pulling a string of freight, which some of those cars are Canadian cars as well. The tanker directly behind the Automax is a Canadian tanker. There's the center beam in the back is Canadian. Center beam, I think it's CN, and then obviously some CN cars, and then a Canadian Pacific Fred car on the back. So hey, I haven't been doing major work on it. Most of it's planning at this point. It's planning like the city planning if and how many industries I want to put on this level. Now that I've got set in my brain that I'm going to do a second level, which, by the way, the helix will end up being like right there. On the bright side, it's not going to have to do too many revolutions before it gets up to the level of the next level. Especially if I do it the way I want to do it, it shouldn't be too many revolutions. I don't know why my lake loop cam's flipping out. Oh, never mind. I forgot the lake loop cam does not like the lake loop cam does not like multicam. Not much I can really do about it. Is what it is. And what is this music is next? No. Okay. We got to get some upbeat music in here. No wonder everybody's going to bed. Come on. Hey, it's the instrumental version of this song. Everything I've chosen on Epidemic is pretty much all instrumental. There's very few that have words that I've kept, because when I do my searches, I always tell it instrumental. And most of the songs they have a vocal, and they have an instrumental version. So I choose the instrumental versions typically. There's very few of them I like the ones with the vocals. So. Yeah, you're not wrong, Holly. 15 minutes. 15 minutes, you can go to bed, Holly. Been kicking it around, doing a small, like you have. Okay, well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. You know. Holly. Symphonies. Actually, they do. I don't mind them, but trust me, everybody will fall asleep right quick if we start busting out with like Beethoven and stuff. So I could bust out with some Celtic stuff, but that would probably drive everybody away too. So, but so we're coming down to that wind down portion. Roger's like, yay! But you know, we're coming to that wind down portion of the stream. I'm a little on the just kind of worn out side. I've been messing with this, that, and the other thing today. Not had a wow. Apparently, I blinked myself on the chin earlier. That's nice. Don't even remember when I did that. Probably when I was doing any number of things. Hey, I don't mind bagpipes. Here, you want to do this? We can do this. That doesn't sound like. It doesn't sound like Scottish. It sounds like country. This might put some people to sleep. I don't mind some nice little lute or flute. I don't mind it at all. But here, we're gonna cut it away. Yeah, I was about to say, Roger. go ahead. We'll cut right into this. Let you guys watch the trains. I was getting a little worried. I couldn't hear the Challenger on the clear other side of the layout. That's why. Celtic music is what bluegrass was derived from. Okay. I'll have to turn it down some. I don't want to. DCS Skater. I customized one of my trains into the Notre Dame themed train for the playoffs 2 years ago. As a diehard fan, I'm proud I did that. I did that because manufacturers need a licensing agreement to do that. It's very true, DCS Skater. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. I knew what you meant, Hobo Patrick. I knew exactly what you meant. Oh, look at that. You had all 3 trains going through the same scene there. AI picks on Holly, so Holly picks on you. I mean, maybe. But look at it this way: it's in honor of Dave being gone for 2 weeks at least. Oh, you're fine, Holly. We all pick on each other. Welcome back, Russ. We're visiting a land the other side of the ocean at the moment, Russ. The stuff I had on was getting to the point was putting everybody to bed, although that's pretty much about where we are. We're about 8 minutes from calling it for the night. See, I turned this music on. We lost 5 people. 6. Look at this. This is not Scottish music. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe that's why Dave likes it. Maybe that's why Dave likes it. I don't know. Let me see what else I can find here. Well, here we go. Let's see. What do we get out of this one? This ought to be interesting. We've all heard this song before, so let's go to this one. I don't know what this is. Sounds very put me to sleep-ish. Oh, no, never mind. That's Indian music. What the hell? Is this what's the Scottish? Dude, Epidemic, is your search thing broken? All of the names and stuff I'm seeing in here. Well, I'll give you that. Mahomes, when Mahomes was playing at his peak, Mahomes was a magician, flat out. Come on. We need upbeat. 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 Come on. You can do it. Yeah, Raymond, I totally agree. That's been the story of my day today. Is Murphy's Law. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying is some of these don't seem like Scottish countryside to me. Oh, okay. I can get down to this. I'm here, though. I thought I lost the window. N scale clear plastic. Oh, God, yes, James. That's a lot closer. Oh, what this can the auto scene switcher is hitting all or missing all the marks right now. Trains are all on the other end of the layout, and it's going to come back, and they're going to all be gone. Yes, they did, Russ. Don't understand it, but they did. Yeah, Hobo Patrick, pretty much. Hey, you get to catch the back end of the CP train. Hey, look, Holly, a Fred. Yes, for sure. He I'll give him, he's got the talent. You still can't get to him, Raymond? That's not cool. It's no good. Alrighty, 3 minutes. Well, no, Roger, it's the matter of where they got knocked over. He can't get to them right now. The area is currently occupied. He only has certain times that he can get to them. Oh, yes, Hobo, for sure. Yeah, cats can be real assholes. Trust me, I know. There's a reason why I have to stream with the door closed. Otherwise, my youngest daughter's cat's in here trying to make friends with the lizard, and or trying to attack the moving things. Oh yeah, DCS Skater for sure. For sure. Plus, it's a beautiful locomotive. It's an absolute beauty of a locomotive. Hey. Go back to that camera. Yeah, it's a good idea, Raven. Yeah, see, the problem is like, yeah, yes, Russ. My youngest is 5. My next youngest is 19. We were so close. We were so close. All right, it's 11 o'clock, everybody. Again, thank you for coming out, hanging out, and showing the love. Another lovely Saturday night of model railroading live between Kevin and myself. Pretty good night running trains. I think me and Kevin probably made out pretty good considering how bad it could be. So yeah, thanks again for everybody coming out. It's been fun. It's been great chatting with everybody, because remember, it's always better when you can share the trains in the hobby with other people. It's always better with company. So again, thank you everybody for coming out. Helps if I have the face cam on. You go ahead and we'll turn off the trains for now. And next week, me and Kevin are going to talk over who's going to take whose spot, whether Kevin's going to stay on Saturday and I'm going to take Dave's. I'm going to probably lean towards taking Dave's spot on Friday, because next weekend is going to be a San Jose weekend for me. I am going to be in San Jose working on the sim. So, yeah, we've got that event coming up in a little over 2 months, about 2.5 months, to get some final things done in the sim, to get it ready to fly again for 7 days straight, 24 hours a day. When I do go live for that, I will obviously be gone for probably 2 weekends worth. There will be 2 Saturdays I won't be around because I'll be in San Jose. But I will be sure to post a link on the channel page. So if you're interested and have a Twitch account, or just curious, you'll know where to find me. Obviously, I won't be on every leg because I'm not a robot. But I will be in the cockpit off and on throughout the week, as well as you'll see several of my friends as we make our way around the planet in an actual 747-300 cockpit. So, the way that Loco is a Bachmann she sent in an Athearn box. Okay, so is Raven, I'll get with you on Discord. But thank you everybody for coming out, and we'll see you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody. Stay safe. Bye.